course, we mentioned what is the purpose of respect and what can people do with it. So respect is also, it's all open. Everybody can see it on the OP mainnet. It's an immutable kind of reputation score or respect points, and that's highly composable too. We think it's a very powerful primitive where people can build other apps with it or use it for different purposes. Like, for example, RetroPGF is it's an amazing initiative that's going on in Optimism, where people can earn rewards by helping Optimism. And what we do here at Optimism Fractal is we can award people with respect, and then people like the badge holders in the Citizens House can use it to see, oh, how much are people ranking each other? How much are people helping? What kind of scores are they getting when people go to Optimism Fractal meetings? That's one way. And of course, it can also be integrated with lots of other different EVM tools and tools on the OP mainnet, like Charmverse and HATS protocol and all these cool different tools. We're doing this very much to help support this open source ethos and to help everybody collaborate as helpful as possible. And back to our intent or mission statement about fostering collaboration and also awarding public goods creators in Optimism. It's really a wonderful way what we're doing to both reward those public goods, building open source tools or building videos and great content, inviting friends and all these different things to Optimism, as well as also fostering collaborations. Just from my brief experience, like I met Rosemarie through these meetings in Fractal, I guess 8 or 9 months ago now, and I met the DOS talking about fractals back about 1.5 years ago, and I'd known Vlad for a while, but I met so many amazing people from these Fractal meetings. So there's so many benefits we can go on and on about. It can also be used to help make decisions too for the community. There's ways where people have a lot of respected members can form a council and help coordinate our future, and there's a whole bunch more we can go into, but just wanted to give people a little bit of a taste and a little bit of a hint and a preview about the really amazing things that can come out of this respect game and fractals. And there's so much more that I'm excited to share with you in future meetings and throughout the rest of the coming days and months and years.
The respect is non-transferable token, and it gets distributed using the Fibonacci ratio. So level 6 would receive 55 respect, level 5 would receive 34, level 4 21, and so on. With each week, the sum of the total respect will be able to be easily tracked because it's all on chain. And over time, participants build up their respect points because of the levels of weekly contributions and the rankings that other participants in their breakout rooms have reached consensus on and send it on chain. So this could be highly composable and used for a variety of different reasons. And one of the reasons is to prove authentication of contributions and get these contributions awarded. The main purpose for this is to create more and more public goods, which benefit the Optimism ecosystem.
Yes, well said. And the core thing, we are trying to make sure that public goods and most importantly contributors to public goods are recognized. And that's what respect represents, recognition of a community of people who do good work towards public good.
Yep, totally. And also just to add on that too a little more. So this respect game, well, as Rosemarie was mentioning, people get more respect when they do more to help the community. So everybody earns respect by joining. Everybody joining, even if you're just learning about Optimism or just interested in checking it out, just joining. It's a helpful thing to do if you're bringing positive energy and you're sharing some optimism. But then if you do a lot more to help the community, then you're more likely to get a higher rank. So if you're helping Optimism, or if you're interested in getting involved with the amazing community who's doing good work for the world, creating public good and so forth, then it's an excellent opportunity to have fun and meet people and network. I think it's a really valuable opportunity for the Optimism community as a whole, where people can come together each week and meet each other. It's a wonderful way to meet people. You can get awarded and recognized for what you're doing to help Optimism and to really help create public goods in general, because Optimism is also focused on helping Optimism, but helping help the entire Ethereum community, helping to foster a sustainable open internet and make a better world for everybody. So it's a great way to get awarded for doing good things. And in this system too, one of the really nice things about Respect is that he's got some really nice features. So like Vitalik Buterin, founder of Ethereum, he wrote this article called Credible Neutrality. That's a really important principle. You want things to be neutral. Like, how do you determine how much people are helping create public goods? And how do you know how much people are helping? Like, this creates a legitimate and really truly democratic process where people go into breakout rooms. Breakout rooms are random. So if we did have like 30 people or 20 people or 100 people, whatever, people would go into random breakout rooms. And then over time, you'd wind up meeting lots of different people each week. And using this process, it provides a way where lots of different people are ranking each other's contributions. So over time, it provides like a very credibly neutral and also quite accurate way to just determine how much people are helping. Optimism Fractal and the Respect game and the principles we're doing, it's rooted in like very deep research into human coordination and human cooperation for many, many years with many very leading figures in Web3 and hundreds of builders who have been doing profoundly helpful work. So there's really great principles in why this is such a helpful primitive, in addition to being really fun, why it can be so helpful for the Optimism Collective and the world as a whole. And I mean, I've been dedicating my life to this since I really started using these fractal processes. Oh, and one more thing maybe we should mention is we call it fractals for a reason. So fractals, in case people don't know, fractals are everywhere in nature. When you look at a tree or you look at a plant, fractals are self-repeating patterns. You can also see them in beautiful artwork as well. You can derive wonderful and beautiful patterns that are really elegant mathematically with simple algorithms with fractals. So this is really helpful for what we're doing here. It's rooted in a concept called fractal democracy, where rather than having, lots and lots of people trying to make a decision all at once and trying to elect one leader, something like that, you go into breakout rooms. It's like nature, where it splits off into many branches, many leaves, and so forth. And then we work together to make a decision in there. And then it also sprouts off into other beautiful fractal communities and all these other things. So there's lots of beautiful poetry and synergy to it as well. I wanted to add and explain a little bit of fractals that we can get into more there. Yeah.